Hello there, welcome to Blitz Transmissions. This is the Blitzcast number 43. I'm Tommy, and before we get into the content of this week's episode of the Blitzcast, as always, you can check out the laundry list of links that can be found in the description below. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to Blitz Transmissions. I've got awesome Star Wars content coming out all the time. If you are an ARC Trooper in my Patreon, almost forgot my train of thought there. Can't tell, it's been a while, I've been sick.
A moron.
It's if you're an ARC Trooper in my Patreon, you would have seen this podcast episode early. If you'd like access to early content, monthly giveaways, and other awesome benefits, make sure to check out the link to my Patreon in the description below and become an ARC Trooper for just $4.99 a month. If you'd like to support the YouTube channel more directly, or you're just a fan of the reviews that I consistently put out on the channel, you can check out my channel membership, Rancor Battalion. For just 99 cents a month, you get access to exclusive badges and priority replies in my comment section, and you get to vote on what I review next for the channel, in addition to seeing all my reviews early, as opposed to just all my content early like you get with the Patreon. If you'd like, you could check out the Blitz Transmissions Armory over on Printify. If you'd like some Blitz Transmissions swag, I have all kinds of cool items over there, and I also have other social media like a Discord server. I've got Instagram, I have my Blitz Bounties Instagram page, I have X, I have TikTok, and that's pretty much it. Or if you'd like to send me an email, you can send me an email at blitztransmissions@gmail.com. I've been begged and pleaded, and he sobbed and wept at my feet to come back on the podcast. Here he is, guys.
I was offering him money.
Here he is. He said, "Guys, I can clip farm an entire podcast."
Farm, you mean?
I can. No, you clip farm an entire podcast episode. We're back. It's Logan, aka
I've been on here in forever.
Cheesy Napkin 33,
Yep.
or Cheesy Napkin if you know him in the community. Logan, what's new?
Absolutely nothing. I still haven't finished Andor because I'm a fake fan.
And that's where we're at.
Yep.
Logan still hasn't finished Andor.
Episode 3.
Episode 3.
Did this last time with the first season. I didn't finish it halfway through.
Correct.
And then I finished it and it was peak. I need to finish it. I need to get around to it because it's absolute peak.
Yeah.
Just been watching so many other things.
Some just watch the new stuff. I don't know what's wrong with you.
I do. Well, I have been watching new stuff. Jurassic World.
You have Jurassic World Rebirth.
Which people are still rage baiting about, which I've seen a significant amount of that for every community, including Star Wars, a lot more.
True.
It's been worse than Star Wars, more though.
So, I guess just to catch everyone up to speed, you're probably wondering, Tommy, why is this podcast episode out several days later than Saturday, like when the normal Blitzcast episodes drop? If you haven't been paying attention to my Patreon or my YouTube, I did post that I was sick.
He was faking sick.
Last week, I spent my 4th of July being sick. By the way, happy 4th of July, everybody. Happy birthday to the greatest country in existence.
It's July 7th, now that we're talking.
Happy belated 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. Yeah, I was sick, and it was affecting my voice, like Logan knows, because I saw him on 4th of July.
Yeah, you sound like a nerd. So nothing changed.
I'm still a little bit congested even today, but it was pretty bad, and I couldn't record.
It was a lot worse.
Any content, and when like the soul of the channel is me yapping, there's not a whole lot that you can do.
Do you really want to watch him blow his nose every 5 minutes?
Dude, there were literally a couple days ago, I slept 12 hours straight, woke up for 2 hours, and then slept for 4 more.
What also doesn't help, because you were, like, third shift. So.
Yeah, that's true. So, like, my sleep schedule was screwed up. I think, honestly, I heard at my workplace there's, like, a sickness is going around.
Yeah.
But I also think it had to do with changing shifts, the weather being super warm, and then when you go inside, the air conditioning's on, and it's super cold, and it's, like, in and out. And then on top of that, like, just general stress, you know?
Yeah.
I've been working a ton of overtime recently, so.
We're only ever is working. Working,
literally.
Sleeping, and content maxing.
And
now I'm here to content max.
Now Logan's here to clip farm.
Yeah.
We're going to clip farm, guys.
Yeah, clip farming.
So, okay, Logan, so we got to talk. I have no idea what we're going to talk about this podcast episode.
We're cooked.
So I figured I would catch your opinion on several things that I've covered on the Blitzcast recently in the last couple months.
Yeah, I need to catch up. I haven't been on here in so long.
Yeah, share your thoughts on. So you mentioned that you haven't finished Andor.
Yeah.
What's your real, like, legitimate reason? And again, we'll look at this from the perspective of Logan is 14 years old.
And I have way more interests than just in Star Wars.
Right. Like playing ranked matches on Rainbow Six Siege instead of coming over and hanging out with your brother.
It was 20 minutes.
So, Logan, I have to ask, what's the deal with being 14? What is it about Andor that makes you not want to finish watching?
It's not even that I don't want to finish it. I'm watching 800 other things right now.
So what's making you not prioritize watching it over other stuff?
Because right now it's not the scratch that I'm like
It doesn't
having.
scratch the itch?
Yeah, it's not the itch that I'm having.
Is it because it's slower?
No, I just really don't want to watch Star Wars at the moment. That's the thing.
Okay, why do you think that is?
I don't even know. I don't know.
So this is kind of leading into something.
It's because I've kind of like realized I have so many other interests and I kind of want to like put all of my energy towards all of them.
Yeah.
And I've put so much into Star Wars. I want to like, especially like dinosaurs and stuff. Like I just mentioned Jurassic World. I've always loved that since I was little. I like animes, but I'm not like Hunter and I don't watch Day in the Life animes. And that's
wow, the 212 Hunter
Dude,
shade is crazy.
Dad said that before I did. Dad has said that forever. That's Dad.
Oh my.
He's not gonna get mad at me for that.
So what is it? So it's not necessarily that Star Wars isn't piquing your interest right now. It's just that other things are piquing your interest more.
Yeah, right now.
Okay. What is it about these other things that Star Wars isn't doing for you right now?
I don't know. I feel like just Star Wars isn't having enough for me right now.
There's not something new that's like grabbing your attention.
Yeah.
And honestly, this might...
Because like I like Andor, it's never been my favorite show.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard. It's like the only thing coming out right now. Mando movie comes out next year.
Next year. Yeah.
So I have to wait a whole year for something I actually really, really am excited for. I wasn't really like excited for Andor. I just really liked the show.
Fair. So that kind of feeds into my I've always said this, all us adults...
I just need to be in the mood for more of a mature show.
Yeah. All of us adults, we love to gush over Andor and talk about, this is peak Star Wars, it's peak cinema, which is true from an adult standpoint. But something that I've always held to is that Andor isn't for a younger audience. It's targeted at my age and older. So this I think is the proof in the pudding. My other
interests have a lot more like of what I'm looking for, which is like fights and like scenes that keep you on your toes. I don't always want to listen to them just talking for 20 minutes.
Right. So
I know the season's peak. Like I know the Gorman stuff is awesome, but I just need to get to it, and the episodes are really long compared to the other stuff I'm watching.
Yeah.
Like I'm watching Bleach. It's only like 20-minute episodes.
Yeah. So what about maybe Tales of the Underworld? Did you watch that?
Yeah, I watched it with Dad. I watched all of it when it came out.
How'd you feel about that?
I kind of liked it until I got to Cad Bane's story. It felt a little boring. It was cool, but it
didn't like boring. Cad Bane's story?
I liked it. It just was a little boring. It wasn't.
How?
I feel like it could have just been more. I don't know.
Wow.
I feel like the entirety of that series just wasn't as much as I was expecting, but it was really good.
Wow, that's crazy because I loved Cad Bane's story.
Cad Bane was pimping.
He was
big pimping.
Big pimping. That's crazy. So you like
the baby mama?
Cad Bane's baby mama. And then he killed...
Well, also, I just like Asajj more than Cad Bane. I've never been a Cad Bane glazer.
Logan's got good taste. He likes goth mommies. You got good taste. Up top, give me some skin. Give me some skin. Give me some skin. Give me nuts.
I'm done.
Give me nuts.
Shut up, Unk.
Don't leave me hanging.
You're pushing
I'm kicking
30.
him off the show.
You're pushing 30.
I am not. I'm 24. I'm not even halfway
30.
through my 20s yet.
You're halfway to death.
No. Logan, you're about to be close to death. I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay, so...
I'm close to 20. I'm almost 15.
No. Don't even... Okay. So, where do you rank out of the 3 Tales of series we've got? So, we had Tales of the Jedi.
I can already...
Hang on.
Tales of the Jedi
got to talk to the audience. You got to let them know what you're about. So we got Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire, and Tales of the Underworld. Where do you rank?
Tales of the Jedi 1, Tales of the Underworld 2, Tales of the Empire 3.
Tales of the Slot Pyre
was so...
Tales of the Slot Pyre.
Not garbage, but it was definitely close.
It was underwhelming.
It was boring.
Yeah.
They definitely could have done something better, with Barriss especially.
Barriss was a letdown. I will say, in my opinion, that's one of the few times with Star Wars where I'll like jump right out and say that was a letdown.
I was really disappointed. Yeah. I feel like there could have been way more. And the Morgan Elsbeth thing wasn't that much.
It just was like whatever. It was a nothing burger.
They like tried to make it like seem like it was some big deal, and it just wasn't.
Right.
It was kind of boring.
So, and one requested topic on this episode, Logan, you got to tell me what's going on with Grimace.
Dude, he died.
He died?
He's dead.
Grimace is dead because the Grimace files were coming out?
Yeah, he killed himself.
Wow, that's what they're saying.
Yeah. We don't know if it's confirmed yet.
Right.
We don't know if... He has a body double. We know that.
He does have a body double.
He was prepared. He's really rich.
Right. We're going to have to reach out to Grimace's legal team, led by Commander Cook.
Cook had little notes in those mini Grimace shakes he made us about information on Grimace. They haven't seen anything.
He did. Yeah.
Last seen dead.
I wonder if this is going to be like a media cover-up, or is the Pentagon going to classify this document?
I think Ian's behind it.
Damn, I'm on my Britney shit. Oops, I hit again. If you know, you know. It's probably going to be a little bit more brain rot in this episode.
This is the most slop episode. This is why I haven't been on for months, because it's just slop.
Because my adult focused audience is like, I don't need this.
Everyone just leaves the second they see me on there.
I don't need this Gen Alpha slop on my Blitzcast.
2010 is Gen Z.
2010 is Gen Z.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know what I am. Everyone says it's either Gen Alpha or
Gen Alpha,
Gen Z.
bro. I'm gonna be honest. I think you're Gen Alpha. Jamie, pull that up.
Jamie, pull up that bear fighting Big Ounce. Pull up that bear fighting Grimace. I swear to God, I'm Gen Z. I don't know.
Gen Z
is it like 1975 to 2012?
Oh wow. Hang on.
Wait, that's not right.
Let's pull this up. Gen Z birth years.
1990.
Whoa, you are Gen Z.
Yeah, I told you, Unc.
What the hell?
You might as well be a millennial. He has his phone on full volume all the time.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, that's a choice.
You laugh at dog and cat videos.
These accusations may be true.
Exactly.
But they are wholesome. And I do like specifically dog videos.
Leave.
Okay? Leave. This is my show.
It's my show, dude. It's
all
the
right,
cheesy
Logan.
takeover this episode.
So, the cheesy takeover. It's a coup.
A goon, if you will.
Definitely not a goon. So, Logan, other than...
We need to talk about Star Wars, dude.
We need to talk about Star Wars. You're throwing us off. Like I said, just 3.5 minutes of brain rot
just blames it on me.
God. So, what are you looking for from Star Wars that maybe the Tales of the Underworld and or are not giving you right now?
Well, I didn't say Tales of the Underworld is a lot better. Well, it like piqued my interest more than Andor did.
Okay.
It, like I just more of like a brain rot thing. I have the attention span sometimes. It's just like I'm more in the mood for like the easy like action scenes a lot.
Okay.
Instead of just talking for 40 minutes, and it's harder to watch like. I don't watch a lot of movies anymore. I used to a ton. I watch a lot of shows that are like 20 minutes long per episode. Maybe like 25 with ads, so it's only like that much. It's hard to watch something that... Because Andor has ads for us, too.
Bro watches with ads. What a brokey.
You watch with ads, Unc.
Yes, I do.
Hypocrite.
So, are you hoping for something a little more... What are you hoping for from Mando and Grogu?
I know there's going to be action, so that's why I'm excited. I just love watching action scenes more.
So what,
it piques my interest.
Are you like looking for it to just be a fun adventure, or are you looking for this to really like tie in a lot to Ahsoka, Mando?
I'm waiting for the tie-in thing because I really like when things do like series or something will do that. like trilogies, they'll tie like random things together that weren't like explained, like how Rogue One ties into New Hope.
Yeah.
So it actually like makes sense why Vader was so angry and stuff to get to them and get the plans.
Right.
But like I'm saying, I keep bringing it up. Rebirth was kind of slow and it didn't have constant action. There wasn't like a dinosaur fight or anything like how most of the Jurassic.
Don't move. There's a bug in your hair, and it's a fruit fly, and he just flew away.
Unc thinks he's Mr. Miyagi.
I got him.
Bro did not get him.
He's in my hand. Got him.
Dude, I need a haircut. I got bugs in my hair now.
No, it was a fruit fly. I saw it flying around. It landed in your hair.
Oh, because I smell so good.
Yeah, because you smell like...
I have green orange flies.
Apricots and...
Yeah.
And Grimace.
Yeah. I have his blood on my hands. We're going to keep that secret.
So what do you... so when it comes to Mando and Grogu, though, not to throw you off, but like, are you hoping for it to tie into a lot of stuff?
I just know it's not going to be as slow. It's just the pacing is a little really... It's like too slow for me sometimes with Andor, because I know there is action scenes. It just gets too slow sometimes.
Yeah.
And I have to pay so much attention. Most of the time, I just don't have the attention span.
Yeah.
Like, for at least 30 minutes of an episode, sometimes I'll need to pay full attention. If I miss one sentence, then I'll just be completely lost. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't want it, like, easy, like, spoon-fed to me. But I want it to, like, just not be as much of that.
Yeah. So, what about the, I guess some upcoming projects? What about the Rey Skywalker movie?
Is that was something that we guaranteed coming out?
That's something we just talked about on the show recently. Yes, so it's just in development. So it's not like shelved. It's not dead in the water. They're just not giving like a.
But it has a chance.
It's happening. Yeah. So they wrote a script.
I'm nervous because I've grown to not like the sequels as much as I used to.
Yeah.
Even though it was like my trilogy, I really just don't like it. Force Awakens was okay. The other two movies were terrible in my opinion. And it's not even just like the same reasons everyone else gives. It's just compared to everything else, it's kind of trash.
Yeah.
And it was rushed. I know why it's bad, but it's still bad. It doesn't stop it from being bad.
Right.
I'm nervous. I don't know how they're going to do it. They just need to make her story somewhat understandable.
Do you think the movie has any chance of success in the box office? I mean, because I know
with how many people hate the sequels, I think it's going to do terrible.
Right.
But I still want to see it.
Same. And I think you kind of hit the nail on the head earlier.
Because there's people that say sequels aren't even canon.
A lot of people say
Which
that.
Is completely stupid.
So I know...
Let's check those chromosome counts if you say it's not canon. Please.
So I know you kind of said this earlier with Rebirth, but I kind of feel like because of the way social media is with all these giant...
there's just going to be haters. You know that from
like,
the beginning.
yeah, but they control like people's opinions
But it's
on
like
stuff.
It doesn't even make sense anymore.
Right. It's not even rage bait anymore.
It just doesn't even make sense.
Misinformation.
People talking about you don't see dinosaurs for 70% of the movie. There's a dinosaur every 2 seconds.
Right.
It's just people want the same stuff every time. It's like with Revenge of the Sith. Like, once there's a good movie, people just expect everything else to be as good.
Right.
That's the problem.
And that's the reality, is not everything can be.
That was like the final to a really good trilogy. You can't expect everything to be really good. Rebirth wasn't going to be the same as everything. Like, when Jurassic World 1 first came out, people had high hopes for Fallen Kingdom, and it was pretty good, but it wasn't anything compared to it.
Right.
People are just getting lazy, I think.
With what? Content?
With their opinions. They're just, like, hating for no reason, I feel like.
I agree, and I think...
And I feel like a lot of people don't actually hate it. They're just making it for content.
I think that's true with Rebirth, too. And with this Rey movie, I think it's doomed to fail.
Yeah.
Because of
but
all
Rebirth
of the...
is making so much money. That's the difference.
That's true. But I do think that the Rey movie is doomed to fail.
It is, because people hate the sequels so bad
that
they're not even going to go see it to try and see if they actually try and make it a little bit better.
Dude, this year is the 10-year anniversary of Force Awakens.
Which is crazy.
And there are still people that the second you bring up Star Wars, the first thing they have to say is the whole...
I've seen people say you're not a Star Wars fan if you like the sequels.
What do you think of the sequels?
The Force Awakens is good. It's a good movie.
Yeah, I like Force Awakens.
It's actually a really good movie. I don't care if the fighting's a little weird.
Who cares?
Who cares that much? It was the first movie, and they set everything up pretty... They had a good setup, and then they flopped.
Yep.
They flopped horribly.
Yep.
It's Rose Tico's fault.
What about this Dawn of the Jedi movie by James Mangold?
I heard of that. I don't know anything about it.
Okay. Set 25,000 years before
So
the
even
Phantom Menace.
Pre-Picolite.
Pre all of that. So Acolyte is only 100 years before Phantom Menace.
So is this going to be like when they have the tubes connected to backpacks?
The Proto Sabers? It could be.
That would actually be cool to see.
I think it might even be before that, though.
Just like no sabers.
Like swords. Like just straight up samurai
What
swords.
about like monk, like Shaolin kind of
fighting
with force? That would be cool.
I do think that that's kind of what it's going to be, is like Force Fu, like Ezra
monks?
uses. Yeah.
I'd actually want to see that.
And it's supposed to be about the origins of the Jedi and the Sith.
Okay.
Like the very beginning.
So like you wouldn't see the very first Sith and Jedi, but you'd see like when those groups start to form.
Yeah, and the first ones like that call themselves Jedi and Sith.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That actually sounds really good.
Yeah, and it'll be
I'm excited.
a
When's it come
one-off. I don't know.
Probably like 20 years from now.
Probably.
Because everything comes out so late. It's just because I hate how like things nowadays, they just announce it like years before it comes out.
Or it just never comes out. Yeah.
Peak.
What about Dave Filoni is directing an Heir to the Empire movie that's going to take place after the Mando and Grogu movie.
I don't care as much as you do about Thrawn, so I'm not that excited.
You don't like Thrawn? What is it about Thrawn?
I just don't like him as much as you. I think he's a great villain. I just don't like him as much as you, so it's not as exciting to me.
And I gotta add, the reason I like Thrawn so much is because I read the books. Yeah.
I'd probably like him if I read the books, but I can't even finish a book to save my life. So
because I read the books, seeing him in Rebels and in Ahsoka like meant so much more. Or his very first name drop in Mando season 2, that was huge for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool, but, like, I'm just not all about it, and I just don't know as much about him, so it's not as exciting, but I'll still watch it, probably.
Yeah.
Because Ahsoka was really good.
Are you ready for Ahsoka Season 2? That's coming out next year.
I'm so excited.
Yeah?
I didn't even know it was coming out next year. I thought it was coming out later.
No, they're filming right now.
I'm really excited. Yeah. I actually loved Ahsoka. It was probably one of my favorite Star Wars shows that's come out in a while. Mm-hmm. But, I don't know. It wasn't my favorite.
Really?
Definitely not my favorite.
I also thought Ahsoka was great. I really did.
I'd say it's probably my second favorite live action show. Mando first.
Really?
Yeah.
I have my ranking on my phone here. Let me try and find it.
Because I feel like I have to separate live action and animated. It's not fair to compare them. Because with animated, you can make so many more episodes in a shorter amount of time, I feel like.
I agree.
Because it's not actual people filming.
Right.
I mean, yeah, animation takes a while, but I don't know. It's just easier to do a lot of things too, like stunts, explosions. You can do all that because it's not like real physical stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like I don't even like to compare Clone Wars or something with Mando because that's not fair.
Right.
That's not fair at all. Like characters are doing moves that no like actual person could do. That's not fair to compare them.
Here we go. Star Wars ranking. So yeah, for me, Ahsoka's actually my 5th favorite show because above it I have Rebels, Andor, Bad Batch, and Clone Wars.
So Andor's your favorite live action?
Yeah, I would say so. Andor, like literally when I watched the Gorman Massacre episode.
Holy spoilers!
Brett,
I already saw a TikTok. I don't care.
How about the stupid people that commented on my? I did a Today's Toy for the Tech Hot Toy. Did I tell you about this?
We're saying holy spoilers when it came out, like, what,
dude,
3 years ago?
And I got, like, a ton of comments on that.
How long did it come out? Like, 2-3 years ago?
The episode aired in, like, 2022. It's been out for, like, 3 years.
We're not serious, guys.
Yeah, here, I'll show you. It's kind of crazy.
Bro said, don't watch it. Don't watch the short.
In the short, I said, and, like, I was like, oh, yeah, and when he came to his untimely, like, demise in the show... Here's the comments. The top comment on the video.
Did you like pin of shame?
Thanks for the spoiler. And I go, and then someone said season 2 came out 2 years ago. You had time to finish it. And then someone said, that's what I'm saying. Your fault for not watching it. The show, it's been out for a long while now.
It was no, it wasn't.
It was unnecessary to add the spoiler. And it says, it's like saying Darth Vader is Luke's dad. Don't spoil something that's been out for a long time, I guess. But I had another comment.
Dude, it's called Star Wars because they fight in stars, but I'm sorry I spoiled it for you.
Yeah, someone said crazy spoilers.
No, it's not.
And then I replied to the person, I said, at this point, it's on you. It's been out for years. And they said, I haven't seen it, but I'm probably not going to watch it anyway.
Why do you care? Why do you care? Why are you even commenting?
Like, those people have to be rage baiting. There's no way.
It's rage baiting. They just want attention.
Yeah. Like, what's your algorithm for that to show up?
Rage bait's the easiest way to get attention, dude.
Oh, all day.
I do it all the time.
Really?
There was this one TikTok live the other day. I was down in the dumps, dude. I don't know. I was so bored. I was watching this dude's TikTok live.
I was down in the dumps.
I was so bored, dude. It was bad. It was like 1 a.m. I was watching this dude's TikTok live, and everyone was calling him old. He was only like 20. He looked like he was 40. I said, Unc seen the world wars, and he blocked me.
That's so messed up.
People were saying worse stuff.
Oh my god. Let's see.
So, why is Resistance at the bottom
of my ranking?
That's the best show I've ever seen. No way you said Acolyte's better than Tales of the Empire.
Logan, I don't think you realize how much I despise Tales of the Empire.
Shut up, Unc.
I can't
Tales of the Empire is better than Acolyte?
No, because listen to this. This is why I ranked it this way. And clearly Logan doesn't watch the Blitzcast because he would have seen this episode.
I think I did.
The reason I rank Acolyte above is because at least in Acolyte, I have done this before.
There was one good episode?
I'll put on episode 5 or the last episode just to watch the fight scenes.
Okay, that's fair.
Because the fight scenes are so good.
The only good fight scene, in my opinion, was episode 5. I didn't like the last one.
You don't like the duel between Soul and the Stranger in the finale? I thought that was a great fight.
I felt like it was just too much.
Really?
It was just like ability spamming.
Ability spam. But no,
I didn't like it.
But at least I'll put on that. Like, I literally will never put on Tales of the Empire and watch it again.
That's fair. I kind of see your point now.
Yeah, like that's at least there's something in that show.
It's just my brain rot to the Clone Wars animation. I'm like you.
What do you mean?
Where, Clone Wars animation, it's gonna be really good.
Bro. Okay, let me hit you with this one. This is something that I bring up to a lot of people. Would you be interested in a 1 to 2 season long animated show?
Tales of the Clones?
In Clone Wars animation or Rebels animation, either one is fine. That takes place between Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker and covers the events that happen in between to help you actually care about the characters.
Sequels. I really just don't care about those movies.
But hear me out. You could do episodes that focus on Kylo Ren dealing with the ghost of Han Solo, like haunting him.
Yeah.
You could do episodes about Rey, Finn, and Poe actually being a team, and then you actually care about them in episode 9. Your main villain for the show, Knights of Ren.
We never got to see anything from them.
That's what I mean. You get an opportunity.
It would be cool, but I feel like they already messed up everything that I really cared about them fixing.
Bro, and then
in the movies, which you can't fix.
And then you also get you could build up the Exegol Palpatine stuff.
Yeah.
You could build up the...
That'd have to be 4 seasons.
You could do 2 seasons. You do 20 episodes per season.
I feel like that's way more than 20.
No, Clone Wars and Rebels are 20 episodes a season.
I guess.
20 to 22. And then you can do Hux.
Hugs?
Having to deal with how does he get to the point in Rise of Skywalker where he wants to defect and be the spy? You have all of these storylines. How does Maz Kanata end up teaming up with everyone on Agent Kloss in episode 9?
I guess.
Bro, you could even go as far...
It's just the movies, I don't like the way they went with stuff.
Even go as far as to fix Rose's character.
There's no
and make her not unbearable. Because, bro, that's how you're talking right now. That's how people felt about Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace, and Revenge of the Sith. Until Clone Wars came out. Then all these unks that didn't like the prequel trilogy were like, wow, I actually like the characters in the prequels a lot more because of the Clone Wars.
I don't know.
You wouldn't be interested in it?
it would be nice to like see, but it's just I feel like they messed up so much. If they spent more time on the movies, like I feel like they shouldn't even have to build up stories for the things they messed up.
I get what you're saying, but like people said the same thing about the prequel trilogy. And that was part of the reason they made Clone Wars. You can fix Star Wars with more Star Wars.
The prequels are a lot better than the sequels.
I agree.
And a lot of things were written better, and they didn't.
Agree.
They didn't rush.
Right.
So it actually made sense with the writings and stuff. Why would they
spit it out, Junior.
Why they'd make that show and why it actually took off. I feel like if they made that show, because of the things that they'd need to fix or like tie together are already so bad, it just wouldn't even be good.
Okay, what if Dave Filoni was in charge of the show?
It doesn't change anything.
You don't think he could do it?
I think he probably could. I think he could try his best, but I'm saying like no matter how good they tie everything together, there's still stuff in the movies that I don't like and it should have been a different way. I know I'm no movie writer, but it's just like it wouldn't be. I don't even want to see any of that stuff tied together anymore.
Okay,
it was already so bad I don't even want to see
what
it.
stuff specifically?
Rey just becoming a Skywalker for no reasons.
No. I'm about to kick you off the show. I'm about to kick you off the show. I'm gonna kick you off the show.
It's ridiculous. She's not a Skywalker. That's the one thing I'll agree with all the haters, is she's not a Skywalker, but I won't go as far as other people will. She just says she's a Skywalker.
All right, I'm out.
Good night, Iran.
All right, good night.
Good night, Iran.
All right. Okay, this is how I look at it, and to me it makes perfect sense. Rey being a Palpatine would essentially be like being the daughter or granddaughter of Adolf Hitler and being like, oh man, I think I'm going to keep that last name. After the events of World War II. Wait, I'm not done. In the course of the sequel trilogy, Rey grew close to both Luke and Leia and Han, who was married to Leia. So she grew, and Chewie, who is a companion of the Skywalker family. She was very close for multiple years to legendary members of the Skywalker family. So, when she buries the sabers, and there's that super cringe lady with the random camel creature that should have been an Eope.
Who are you?
Right. Rey who? She looks over. The Force spirits of Leia and Luke show up. They give her this nod of approval. And she looks back at the lady and she finally, the whole trilogy, Rey is trying to figure out, who am I? Like, who am I actually? Like, she's trying to search, who are my parents? Who am I? Who's my lineage? Then she gets to decide her fate and she adopts the Skywalker name.
She should have said Rey Star Wars.
Oh my god. I was just spitting so hard just now and bro said, "Need to be Rey Star Wars."
Okay,
that's how I view it.
It did make sense. It did make sense. I feel like if they tied it together better.
Okay, I can agree with you there. I
then
feel
I
like
would actually accept her as a Skywalker.
If the story of the trilogy was better, then I feel like a lot more people would have been on board with that scene.
I just don't agree with it for now.
Okay, that's fine.
Like, not because you just included a bunch of stuff that weren't in the movies.
Yeah, it was.
Well, they didn't.
It was just not a great story.
Yeah.
Right.
They just didn't take the chance.
It was there.
I guess she got close to those people, but they didn't really show her getting close.
She just
at all.
They showed it, but it didn't buy it.
Yeah.
That was what
it didn't really seem like she really was.
Right. Like she hugs Leia a bunch, but it's like
just because she's the main character.
Right.
It's kind of what it made me feel like.
Right.
I don't know. It makes sense what you're saying, but they just need to tie it together themselves.
Right,
People
and
shouldn't have to make the story for them.
And that's another thing, though, is like, what I'm saying is doing this animated show would give you time to have those scenes so that when you watch The Rise of Skywalker, you don't get that weird, like, oh, now we're just doing this now.
But, like, it's just still, they can't fix somehow Palpatine returned.
Yes, they can.
No, they can't.
They're doing it with The Mandalorian, The Bad Batch, with all these shows.
They just can't.
Bro.
They can't. Bro. They just added in a bunch of, random garbage.
Okay, and
Are we going to talk about, Leia floating in space, how bad that is. Admiral Akbar's
Bro,
death,
it's just rage baiting me.
Are we going to talk about how no one even did
You're rage
said a
baiting.
thing about
Are you
Admiral
actually
Akbar's
going to
death?
make me feel like a sequel defender right now?
You are. You defend them way too much.
Because they're not, as the things that people
I never
nitpick
said they're
are
bad.
dumb, bro.
I'm
Okay.
nitpicking good stuff.
Leia Mary Poppinsing through space, does it look...
We can all agree that's stupid.
Does it look stupid? Yes, but at the same time, she is force sensitive. We've known this for decades. What, she just never uses the force?
No, it just looked dumb.
It
That's what
looked
I'm talking
dumb. Yes,
about.
I agree. It looked dumb,
It was so
but it's...
stupid.
I will say, though, killing Admiral Akbar was a huge L.
No one even, not even Leia was upset about it.
They mentioned it.
Not enough.
I know.
Not enough.
I
He
know.
was so important.
I know. I know.
That's one of my biggest issues.
I agree. I will say.
They just kind of killed him,
Just
did
like
nothing
just
with
like they
it.
did my boy Nine Nub in Rise of Skywalker.
No one cares about Nine Nub. No one cares.
Don't say Wilbon's going to be watching this.
That's why you look like him, dude.
This guy looks like Rothgar Dang. I don't even want to hear it.
That's peak.
You look like Trace Martez. Yes,
Rafa.
you look like
You look
Trace
like
Martez. That's crazy.
You like Rafa, dude.
No, you ain't coming back.
No,
from
we're
that.
both the Martez.
No,
We. are
Is
the
there an
Martez
echo in here?
sisters.
Is there an echo in here? What to get though?
Oh wait, we're the Martez sisters because Dad loves us so much.
Shout
right?
out to everyone that says that that Nine Nub has no speaking lines and that all he does is laugh, because he does have one speaking line in Return of the Jedi, and it is what to get though? all these people be like, man, I love the OT. I'm such an OT super fan. But you don't know how to say that line from Nine Nub?
Star Wars 77.
All right, good night.
Good night, everyone.
All right, I quit.
Good night.
Never making content again.
Will Bond.
Will Bond.
What's your favorite character?
What's your favorite character?
Anakin.
Anakin. Oh, man. So, Logan, this is what we've established this episode. You think the Rey movie's going to flop, but you want to watch it, even though you hate the sequels.
I didn't say that.
You did say that.
So have you just not been listening?
You think that Tales of the Empire was mid. Or, I'm sorry, Tales of the Underworld was mid.
Wait, I'm Rafa, you're Trace, right?
No, you're Trace.
You're Rafa.
Because you have the llama hair.
Yeah, and you're Rafa.
You didn't like Tales of the Underworld as much as you would have wanted to.
Yeah, it was a disappointment.
You are excited for Dawn of the Jedi. You hate Thrawn. You hate Andor.
So we're just, overreacting. I said I'm not as interested in Thrawn as you. I'll still like it. I'm just not as interested in
I
it.
don't know. That's not what I heard.
Go home.
I am home.
Go home.
I am home.
No, you're not.
So, Logan, if you had complete control over the Star Wars universe, meaning Lucasfilm, you get to call the shots, what is a Star Wars project that you would say, this is what we need to put all of our effort in as our next Star Wars project, be it
Movies or shows?
I'm going to give you movie, show, video game, book. You can choose. You can choose
I think
to do.
show would be in. I think a show for me that I would really like is Mandalore history.
Okay.
Like when the Mandalorians first start.
You're spitting.
That would be cool. I think for movies, I want Old Republic.
Okay.
And video game, honestly, it's already coming out. That one that's I forget its name, but the one that's gonna come out looks cool.
Oh, Star Wars Zero Company.
I think I'm just gonna put that one as mine because I'm really excited for it.
Okay.
I think that's exactly what I'd want.
Okay.
And what else was there?
Book. Even though you don't know how to read.
I think instead of a show, they should do a book for the fill-ins for the sequels.
Okay, they kind of already did that, but it's only like the stuff that's...
It's not as much.
It's only like the stuff immediately after Last Jedi.
Yeah.
It's called Resistance Reborn. You can see the book under the desk right there.
Oh, I didn't know you actually had it.
I read that book. I finished the book.
Does it actually fill out things?
I like it. I think it does a good job of explaining where they...
What about, like, up to Last Jedi? That's after.
The Last Jedi starts immediately after Force Awakens ends.
Oh, yeah, I just haven't watched those movies in forever.
So I think if they did the animated show,
Then they could just do another book.
It should pick up where that left off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here's mine. Ready? I'm gonna omit movie.
Get ready for
and
the brain rot.
I'm gonna do 2 shows. One animated, one live action.
Okay.
For my animated show, obviously...
Okay. To be fair, obviously the Mandalorian wouldn't be animated.
Really?
I'd rather have it animated.
Okay, so for my animated show, give me the sequel show I keep talking about. For my live action show, give me a Mandalorian Wars Game of Thrones style show.
That'd be cool.
Like a large medieval conflict.
Okay. Do you
show.
want it like really violent, like they'd rated R?
I think that Star Wars doesn't need to be rated R to be violent. Because
True.
they don't use...
Look at Clone Wars. People get cut in half.
Dude, literally in Book of Boba Fett, Din Djarin slices a guy in half on a table.
They don't blur it.
It's right there for you to see.
Just, yeah.
And the way that they killed people in Acolyte, that was like,
brutal.
That was
when
brutal.
He stabs them and like pulls them into the stab.
Yeah. Or the 3-hole punch.
Or just beheading him, you know.
Or snapping Yord's neck.
Yeah.
I think, or even the way that Vader kills people in the Kenobi series.
Or in Rogue One, where he just cuts a dude in half right in front of you.
Yeah,
on
like
the ceiling.
I think Star Wars is as violent as it needs to be without the rated R. Because even though Andor's like
I'm not looking for like bloody rated R. I'm looking for like, because they have to cover some things.
Do they?
Yeah.
Do they?
They try.
Yeah. So,
just for the good rating.
I think Andor's rating doesn't come from the violence. Definitely not the violence.
It's the maturity.
Yeah. So, I would want a show, and so when I say the Mandalorian Wars, it's Old Republic times. It's the Jedi versus...
Oh, you're talking that old?
It's the Jedi Order versus the Mandalorians.
Oh.
So, like, I want that conflict as a live-action series.
That'd be pretty good.
And I want it as a series and not a movie, although I'd be okay with it being a trilogy of movies.
I think it'd be better as a series.
I feel like it'd be better as
enough in the movies.
I agree. I feel like that'd be better.
Because in movies you have to like set it up a certain way.
Right. And it's just like I'd want to focus more on the war in Star Wars, and you can stick some really good narratives in there, like between like Jedi characters and Mando characters, like but that's what I want most. As far as a video game goes, I want Battlefront 3, but because
it's never gonna happen.
Because I don't think it's gonna happen, I want a new Star Wars first-person or third-person shooter. Like a multiplayer-focused shooter game.
Like a Battlefield, kind of?
Yeah, like I want something...
Battlefield 2042 that everyone played?
I want something that's a large-scale shooter, and I want it primarily Clone Wars era. I don't care if you want to include multiple eras of Star Wars. I just want it to make sure.
So it's like the old OG Battlefronts.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that it has Clone Wars era in there because I think that has the most.
Or an Old Republic game an actual good Old Republic game would go hard.
That'd be cool.
One that
that'd be cool.
Can actually play on every console.
Yeah. And then as far as book goes,
can you play them on console? I don't think so.
Like Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah, I think you can.
Well, it's just not that fun.
You can play it on your phone.
I've seen people play it. It just doesn't look that.
You can play it on mobile.
Kind of looks buns.
It's because it's old. It's because it's a 20-year-old game. And then as far as a book goes...
It just looks repetitive.
I think I would want a book covering, like, some sort of, like special ops. I don't really care what era, but I'd want something...
Spec Ops Gungans?
Whether it's like a squad of, like, Republic Commandos or a squad of, like, Imperial Commandos.
Yeah.
I want, like, a war-focused thing.
I'd want to kind of see something, like, on the bad guys' side, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool to see for once. Because we're always on, like, the good guys' side.
Yeah.
Technically, there's not really any good guys.
Right.
If you look from certain views. But, like, from, like, Sith views or something, if you make a show about Sith.
That'd be cool.
Or, like, a whole trilogy about the Sith.
Yeah.
Where they actually win a few times.
Yeah. That'd be sick. So, Logan, do you have any other questions or discussion topics you want to bring up?
That Anakin and Obi-Wan pack.
The Black Series pack, you want to talk a little bit of action
I think
figures?
it's a fair price for it.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I feel like 100 instead of 110.
It's 100 instead of 100. That's fair. That's fair.
It needs to be $25.
$24.99.
It needs to be $24.99. I'm not buying it.
Are you trying to get that pack, or
I'm never buying it. It's just gonna be cool to see. It's like eye candy.
Would you get? They're gonna single pack the Anakin and Obi-Wan later. Would you get those?
I don't know. I'm trying to move away from Black Series anymore.
Really? What are you more interested in?
Like battle packs and stuff.
Older 3 3/4.
Old stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because it looks nicer on display.
I agree.
Than like a bunch of figs, and it's kind of getting hard for me to display the Black Series.
Okay.
It's not really, but it's
Are you going to sell
on
your
the
Black
bookshelf.
Series at ICC-Con next year?
I might sell a few.
Which, by the way, tickets for ICC-Con 2026 are available now. It's going to be Friday, June 19th to Sunday, June 21st, 2026. So, third week of June, if you
It'll be
guys
a
want
good
your
time.
tickets, they're up for sale right now. You can purchase them. I shared a link in my Discord. If you want to see the link in the Discord, you can
It will be at Utapau.
It will be at the same hotel that it was for 2025. Yes, the
Yeah,
Utapau
I'm gonna actually
Hotel.
try and sell a few things. What I'm gonna keep is like obviously the signed figure. Obviously,
Yeah.
I don't think I need to explain that. I want to finish my Republic Commandos because I'm only gonna keep like certain things.
Yeah,
think.
I got
I'm just
you,
not gonna
I got
keep
you.
all like the useless other ones that I have.
Yeah.
But or like the customs. I'm gonna keep my 212 because I actually like 212. But like, I'm definitely gonna sell a few. And I don't have them all in box either. That's the thing. So I'm not gonna sell them for much. Maybe like $10 a piece.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
Because I have all their accessories.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Nice.
I just have some that are like miscellaneous from shows because they're
Right.
favorite characters. I just need to get rid of them.
Right.
Because I only like to collect certain things.
Mm-hmm.
So. But with the battle packs, I think I might just start buying like all of them that I see.
They're fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're fun. Yeah.
I just don't want to take them out of box. I think that's my thing.
Yeah. That's fine.
I'm starting
Yeah.
to move towards like in-box stuff.
Nice.
3 3/4 inch.
Yeah.
The OG. It's what I used to play with.
Mm-hmm. Only OGs know 3 3/4 at its peak.
Yep.
But
Ripping apart their limbs and losing them.
also guilty.
Yeah.
Also guilty.
We did that once. We had
Yeah.
a giant battle. Probably lasted like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And ripping off limbs.
Yep.
And we lost all those pieces.
Yep.
All of those pieces.
Those toys were heavily used.
Yeah.
But
it was fun.
It was.
ATTE, we had the ATDP too.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up buying that later.
Yeah.
You didn't play with them anymore. You were in like college.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah, I remember I bought it from Action Toyman.
Yeah. Shout out Action Toyman. I was just there recently. If you want to see my post, I did a 4th of July post of Captain America. I bought the Marvel Select 7-inch Captain America figure.
That's cool.
And I posed him up with a bunch of my clone troopers for a 4th of July post.
Where is he?
He's on my dresser.
That's actually kind of cool.
It's like a really old figure, but it's pretty cool.
I don't know. Marvel figures seem cool to me. I've always been big into Marvel.
I've been feeling the itch recently for Marvel figures, but
I don't know. I feel like I'm just moving away from a lot of Star Wars stuff. Like I like it. I don't want it to be my main thing.
I did the same thing though when I was in high school. I was much more interested in
I know.
Marvel.
I've been thinking about it. Like
Yeah.
you had a time where you moved away. I think I just need my big thing to get me back into Star Wars.
For me, it was The Mandalorian.
Because right now I'm just kind of falling out.
Yeah. Actually, for me, I would argue it was more Battlefront 2, 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Mandalorian, like, really.
Because I remember
brought
when
me
Battlefront came out, you started buying stuff.
in. Yeah. What was I going to say? Marvel. Oh, so I have a display on my dresser that's like, just the main heroes from stuff that I grew up with that I like really
Yeah.
like. So I have the Hasbro, it's all 6-inch scale. So I have the Hasbro Indiana Jones from Raiders of the Lost
You like
Ark.
Indiana Jones?
I had a huge Indiana Jones phase. As a
I never
kid.
knew that.
Yeah, huge.
We had the Lego games, right?
No.
I feel like we had one.
We had Lego sets.
Oh.
But yeah, the Indiana Jones. I played the game at Grandma and Papa's house on their PlayStation. But yeah, I got the. I have that Indiana Jones figure. I have the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man Marvel Legends. I have the Moon Knight Marvel Legends.
Moon Knight's peak
from the series. Because I really liked the series.
Was
that wasn't really from my childhood, but I really, really enjoyed that show, and I have good memories attached to it.
Same.
Because I watched it when I was in the police academy, week to week with my friends, and we would watch it during our lunch break, and we'd put it on in the classroom projector, and we'd watch the newest episode.
So good.
Yeah.
It was so good.
And
then
that
was also a complex show, and I watched that when I was in like 5th grade.
It had a lot of action, though.
Yeah, but I like. So that's my thing. I can watch complex shows. I just need to be in the right mood for them.
Yeah.
And right now, I'm just like not looking for that with Andor.
Yeah.
I'll come back to it because I actually do want to finish it. It's just like 40-minute episodes, and it's really complex.
Yeah. I also have a Jazzwares Spartan Collection Master Chief from Halo 4.
Base. I played all the Halo games.
That was my favorite Halo game when I was a kid. I have. I'm building out Noble Team. So right now I have...
I think I'm missing one.
I have George and I have Carter.
Yeah.
And then I have to build out the rest of that team. Who else is in that collection?
I can give you the rest if you want them.
I have... we'll talk about it.
Okay.
I have Yusuke Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho. An SH Figuarts version. I have the Jazzwares Total Anime Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan from season 1 look.
Peak, watch it. You need to finish it.
I know.
Where'd you stop?
Season 3.
You stopped at Peak?
I did.
Wait, did you finish all of season 3?
No. I need to start season 3. I watched the first couple episodes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude, season 3 is so good.
I know.
It's not even Star Wars podcast anymore. This has been such an off-topic podcast.
But that's... I have a few more figures, but it's all to say that I do... I'm building out a small collection of just like my favorites. Like I want to get the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I want to get the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the animated show. Just stuff that I grew up with.
Yeah.
So
that's a solid action toy.
I want to get Marcus Phoenix and Clayton Carmine from Gears of War.
Base.
So, yeah.
Even though all the Carmines kind of...
Clayton Carmine's cool. And I might get Benjamin. Just because he's stupid.
Yeah, they all...
Yeah.
Not to spoil.
I
know we can't spoil things that came out years ago.
But anything else you want to talk about?
Isn't there something else coming out for the Ronin?
The Ronin? Like a new action figure?
Wasn't it like a series or like more episodes?
Yeah, Visions Season 3 is coming out in October of this year.
Is it going to be colored this time or still grayscale?
I think it'll be grayscale.
Okay.
But I do want to say that they are doing second parts to some of Season 1.
Season 1 was the only good Visions season.
I think considering...
Season 2 wasn't good. I watched
Considering I never watched Season 2, I think you're spitting.
I watched it with Dad. It wasn't as good.
Yeah.
It was solid, but it just wasn't that good.
Right.
It wasn't.
But, yeah. Anything else?
Good night, Iran.
All right. And with that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Blitzcast. If you enjoyed our total clip farming brain rot
with barely any Star Wars,
make sure to comment down below and let us know if you enjoyed this episode or not. If you can comment on the platform you're watching or listening on. Like I said in the beginning of the episode, make sure to check out all the links in the description below. And thanks.
Follow them on everything.
Thanks for watching this episode. We'll catch you for the next one, and
may the Force be with you.
Breaking off. All units, fire at will. 1-2, pick your targets. Too many, Captain. Watch your stabilizer, Gold 6. Anybody cover me. I got 2 vultures on my tail. Gotta hold them here. Watch your left. I can't shake them. I'm hit. Where's our reinforcements?